All right, so let's talk about working with kids. Yesterday, my friend Derek brought his little twins in, Zach and Zoe. Wonderful little kids, absolutely just gorgeous, fun little kids. They were a little bit under the weather. They were a little bit unsure of things, but they're two. So you have to give a little bit of lead-in time and let them kind of get used to their surroundings so they're all going to be okay. Here's some examples of some stuff that we did yesterday just to give you a little bit of idea of what we did. Now, when working with kids, and this is something that a lot of people don't know about me, I actually have quite a bit of experience working with kids, especially really small babies. I did it for a really long time as a job, for quite a few years. When working with kids, you really are working on their schedule. You're working on their timeline. You're working on what they're going to allow you. And when kids are done, kids are done. They let you know immediately when they're finished, and you have to work and be able to do exactly what you're trying to do as quickly as you possibly can with small ones to get what you're trying to get before they melt down and you lose them completely. And every kid does. That doesn't really change, especially with little tiny babies. Little tiny babies, you have a very small window of time to be able to get what you're trying to get and get done and leave them back to their world. Now, that being said, what I'm going to teach you today, because I'm not going to go into a whole dissertation on kids, because honestly, it comes, just like so much with photography, it comes with experience. It comes from, doing it again and again and again and again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a really good trick on how to get a smile from a 2-year-old to a 10-year-old. And don't let anybody fool you. Smiles are what is going to sell pictures, because that's what everybody wants to see. For as much as people want to have the discussion about this expression and that expression and boo-boo faces and all this stuff, it's all comes down to whether or not you got the kid to smile. And if you want to get the kid to smile, especially when they're tough, 1.5 years, 2 years old, 2.5, 3 years old, you have to be able to not only hold their attention and keep them looking at the camera, but you have to be able to get them to laugh. And I'm going to teach you a trick that has worked for me for 15 years, and it works with every kid, and you know what? It works with teenagers and grown-ups too, and it's just, you just have to be silly, and you just have to act it out and keep your serious face on and be ready when the laugh happens, because the laugh is going to come. What you really need is a stuffed animal about this size. You don't want to have it be much bigger than this. This is actually a little bit inconvenient size because it doesn't sit exactly flat, but it's a very, very simple thing, and it's really a matter of just acting it through. You tell the kid that you need to watch this one because I'm going to sit this one right here, and you have to play it. You stay right there, Mr. Aardvark. I'm going to sit you right there. Don't you move. You stay right there. Oh, Mr. Aardvark, what are you doing? You fell off the table. They laugh every time. You stay up on top of my head, Mr. Aardvark. Don't you move. You stay right. Oh, man. It is such a simple, such a silly little thing, but it gets a smile, it gets a laugh every time. Even when you don't act it out completely, even when you just sit there and say, you stay right there, Mr. Aardvark, they laugh every time, and it's worked thousands of times for me, and kids just enjoy it. It's a silly thing, and if you play it silly, they will not only laugh at the aardvark, but they will laugh for your camera, and they will pay attention to what you're doing, and they will want to watch you. And then when they're ready for the shot, if you put that aardvark up on top of your head and you say, stay there, Mr. Aardvark, don't you move, the kids are now looking right at you, and you can get the shot that you want, because the minute it falls off of your head, you get a laugh. And the smile is the thing. I think that's it for today. I taught you enough. That one, that trick, that's golden.